Good morning, viewers. This is Professor Manoj Pandey from Birla Institute of Management Technology, Tech. So I extend my hearty welcome to all the people who are attending this particular leadership talk series. This particular talk series is being arranged in association with India Insurtech Association. I will be requesting Anu later to brief this particular organization. Birla Institute of Management Technology is a very old business school. We started in 1988, so we have completed almost 34 years. Insurance is one of the very core course which we offer. I mean, in 2000, when the sector was opened up, we got the first 1 year full-time insurance course at PG level. And in that way, we were pioneer. Subsequently, that course was upgraded to 2 years from 2005 onward. And that early entry has helped us a lot. And right now, more than 1,000 of our insurance alumni are working in different insurance companies. So today we have with us, let me introduce a brief, my colleague Pratik Pridarshi ji. He is a senior colleague of mine, having got more than 30 plus years of experience in general insurance domain. He started his career in United India Insurance, then shifted to Tata AIG, then IFCO Tokyo, who was also the founder member of L&T Insurtech. And then for last 4-5 years, he is with us. Mr. Jay is the speaker today. I mean, leadership person who will be delivering this particular leadership talk. He is representing Insurtech. Rather, I can say it is a health tech company by the name Watch Your Health. And that's a very good phenomenon which we are observing in our country, that people are now really, really worried about their health. And such health tech companies are helping us in different ways to manage our health, collaborating with the insurance company, collaborating with the hospitals, etc. Just a brief introduction. So Watch Your Health is one of the India's foremost insurtech and health tech enterprise that drives persistency through health-based rewards. So it is something like gaming. We will be knowing much more about that when Jay is talking. It works with B2B partners on shared value programs to actively engage and create a business using enterprise-level engagement programs, with health being the predominant factor. If at all you people are from the insurance sector, you understand what the persistency means. सबसे मुश्किल तो काम होता है बीमा को बेचना, और अगर आपने बीमा बेच दिया और फिर अगले साल आपका वो वैल्यूड कस्टमर आपको छोड़ करके आपके कंपटीटर के पास चला जाता है, तो जितनी भी एक्चुअल कैलकुलेशन वगैरह बैकग्राउंड में होती है ना, दैट ऑल गोज रॉन्ग वे एंड वी गेट हिट. तो मोर देन होता है ना कि बीमा बेचना तो मुश्किल है, उससे भी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है कि लेट अस कीप आवर कस्टमर विथ अस, एंड देयर कम्स द रोल ऑफ परसिस्टेंसी. परसिस्टेंसी का सिंपल मतलब होता है कि अगर आपने 100 लोगों का बीमा किया है, तो 1 साल बाद, 2 साल बाद, 3 साल बाद कितने ओरिजिनल कस्टमर आपके पास कंटिन्यू करते हैं. This is a very big challenging task in the general insurance because that contract itself is for 1 year. So every year there is a possibility of your customer going to your other customer. Now let me introduce also other guests from us, for us. I mean Anu. So Anu is basically alumnus of National Law School, Bangalore, and she has been in Insurtech domain for quite long. She has been Loop Health and Live Well Asia, and for that she also got the prize. She started her career in insurance with LIC in 1994, and then quickly she moved out, and then she was one of the founding member of AMT Sanmar and even Birla Sun Life. She worked with India First Life Insurance for quite long time. And there she was instrumental in getting their underwriting process, mechanized, I can say, digitalized, I can say, a straight through process. Right now, she is working with SUD Life, Star Union Daiichi Life, and there she is heading their digital business domain. So Anu also is having a good experience. So before I invite Jay to start his lecture, I will invite Anu to brief the audience about the India Insurtech Association.
Thank you, Professor Pandey. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. And so I will borrow a few minutes of your time to introduce India Insurtech Association to all the participants here. And as Professor said, that Insurtech is a hot topic of conversation. The topic as a theme has picked up speed in the last couple of years, although it's been around for quite a while within the insurance ecosystem in India. But there was no formal body that was driving interaction between startups, insurers, professionals within the space. So the India Insurtech Association, or IIA, was founded in August 2020. We are a not-for-profit organization, and we are trying to bring together the entire insurtech ecosystem of startups, insurers, reinsurers, policymakers, service providers, and insurance professionals onto one single platform. The high-level mission and objectives for IIA are to promote thought leadership with regards to insurance and insurtech, to facilitate partnerships between startups and the broader insurance industry, such as insurers, reinsurers, service providers, industry experts, and even investors and VCs. Our mission is also to help Indian insurtech companies to access global markets and to be the independent voice of the insurtech ecosystem, to engage with policymakers and foster forward-looking policies to increase insurance penetration across different socioeconomic segments of India. The growth for us in the last 2 years has been amazing, with nearly 150 members who have enrolled under the IIA umbrella. We've published our second annual report in collaboration with BCG on India Insurtech landscape and trends. This is accessible and available to all of you. You can download it from the IIA website. We have partnerships with organizations such as Institute of Actuaries of India, National Insurance Academy, Gift City, and of course, BIMTech. BIMTech is a very important partner for us. Keeping in mind that one of the IIA key objectives is to be at the forefront of thought leadership, we are pleased to collaborate with BIMTech in the Insurtech Leadership Talk series to bring in experts to speak on cutting edge topics around insurance and Insurtech. I mean, that brings us to a little bit, just the last two things about India Insurtech, which we have done recently, is we conducted our first annual in-person event in New Delhi in April 22. We had over 200 delegates who registered for the event. We collaborated with IRDAI for their first event on Insurtech in May 2022. The entire event was streamed live and had one of the largest audiences who joined us in person and online. And like all of you just now, I am eager to listen to Jay talk about watch your health. So over to you, Jay.
Welcome, Mr. Jay.
Thank you very much, Professor Pandey, and thanks, Anu. So let me quickly start. So I have a small presentation which I would like to take you through. Just allow me to do a screen share. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So as Professor Pandey clearly mentioned that what is persistency. So its persistency is one of the very important part, and not only in insurance but even in other sectors, wherein we sell the product and next year customer doesn't come back to us. Why persistency is so much important in case of insurance is that, let's say first year costs are on a very higher side. That is because of the high cost of sales that includes the high commission, the policy issuance cost, the underwriting cost, and ultimately, if insurance company sells the policy and if customer doesn't renew, it's like a loss deal for an insurance company. So that is one of the very critical part. Now, what can be the reasons for low persistency? So there are multiple reasons, but one of the reasons which we found at Watch Your Health was lack of customer engagement, and that is like once the policy is sold, insurance company is not bothered about you, and it's like more like wherein a politician before election comes, meet the voter, give a lot of promises, but after that, until next 5 years, they are gone. On the similar line, policyholder also feel the similar experience, wherein the policy is issued for the entire year, there is no engagement, But at the time of renewal, they will receive a call, they will receive an SMS, they will receive a notice in the form of letter that why don't you renew the policy. And being a consumer behavior, it is very natural that customer feels that I had paid the premium, ultimately I haven't claimed. So paisa waste ho gaya. So this were the trigger points for us before we started Watch Your Health, and we thought of we can solve this problem by providing a better customer engagement program. And obviously, health and technology can be the one of the major thing which we can use for that engagement. So basically, what Watch Your Health is all about. So Watch Your Health is purely B2B2C wellness company, which is working with its B2B shared value partners to digitally improve the customer's health. Now, what is exactly that I will cover in my next slide, but we are the only company in India currently who is providing a SaaS platform to engage the customers. We also provide various solutions which actually helps to improve the persistency, because now we are there for more than 5 years and we have proven, we have some of the data points also wherein the persistency has been increased using our platforms. We are also totally focused on becoming a health rating engine which rewards the healthy behavior. Also, this was one of the very unique thing that we have started, like Sibyl. We give a health score to individual, and also we have a lot of reward programs which rewards the healthy behavior. Also, now Ayushman Bharat digital machine has been kicked off, wherein more than 1 crore people have already created their health IDs, and we are also working on that direction, wherein all the digitization of health records would be the future. So our penetration, as I mentioned, we have started with insurance sector. So today we are working with more than 12 insurance companies. Apart from insurance companies, we have pharma companies also who are our client. We have insurance aggregators and TPAs also who are also using our solutions to engage their customer. We have 2 hospitals and 250 clinics who uses our program to engage their patients and ultimately increase the adherence ratio and give the value to the end customer, that is the patient. We also work with diagnostic labs, because the persistency issue is there with diagnostic labs also. Over there also, we try to help people to achieve the health goals and give the value. So as on today, we have more than 3.6 million users on our platform. These are like pure B2B2C customers. More than 1.5 million people have earned the reward on all these platforms. We have more than 2.8 million of app downloads. And one of the biggest part is that our app ratings are at an average of 4.8. So one of our app is like 5 rated. So 5 rated insurance company app is like no other insurance company in the world have such kind of rating. That is some of the achievements that we have. We have more than 3,000 merchants on our platform, wherein people can burn the rewards which they have earned using various health ecosystem. So these are the companies with whom currently we are working. So in insurance segment, we have Chola, Manipal Signa, ICICI Prudential, ICICI Lombard, Reliance General, Universal Sompo, Future Generali, and Kotak Life. We also work with insurance aggregators and TPS like Renew, Health India, and UHC. Then we have diagnostic chains as Dr. Lal. Then we have Katula Health, who is into health and wellness. Then we have 2 pharma companies also with whom we are working. That's Zydus and Glenmark. And we have hospitals and clinic chain called as Madhobag, who is into cardiovascular disease management. So we are their tech partner, and we also help them to give better results to their patients. So now exactly what we do and how we do. So where Watch Your Health intervention comes into the picture. So very first thing is that we have the proprietary health score. Every individual, we give a health score to that individual based on some of the questions that person needs to answer. Now this would be based on your dietary habits, your physical activity regime, your physical fitness related thing, your mental wellness thing, and it gives a score and it gives a health goal. Now these goals can be as simple as, let's say you are overweight and you need to do a weight loss of 5 kg, for example. So more than 50% of our customer needs a weight loss kind of program. So that becomes a health goal. Second category of people would be, let's say someone is suffering from diabetes. Let's say I have a HbA1c 7.5. Again, that becomes the health goal for that individual, and then comes the intervention, which are in the form of SaaS platform. So we provide a white label solutions, which is bundled within the customer's ecosystem. Let's say, for example, if I'm working with an insurance company, my solutions will get plugged into insurance company's app, and which would be offered to the customer, that is a policy holder, as if it is given by the insurance company. And then it could be a digital plus physical engagement process for the client, wherein we'll try to give the end output that would be in the form of whatever goal that person has chosen. Let's say 5 kg weight loss was the goal in the given example. So we try to achieve that goal for individual. And then add on to that would be wherein we have an in-house team of dietitians, doctors, a physiotherapist, a psychologist, or we call it as a health coaches. This health coaches speaks with the individual. Either it can be over a telephone, it can be over a live chat, and try to solve the problem of the individuals. Then there are a lot of marketplace ecosystem like online pharmacy, online diagnostics, etc., and rewarding the healthy behavior and providing a lot of value in the form of knowledge library. Now, what outcome the ecosystem expects from this would be, first, there would be an improvement in customer health, because ultimately we are improving the customer health and giving that value. Second, for insurance company, it also helps to reduce the claim. We have data points wherein the claim ratio has been decreased. It helps to increase the engagement level, because health is one of the common thing and that we use as a medium to connect with the individual. Ultimately, it helps to increase the persistency, and it also helps to do the cross-selling. So what impact we have created till now with our client is, this is a proof that the persistency ratio before our program kicks in was at 63%, and post our program, which we have delivered, it increased to 83%. So this was the clear-cut ROI which we were able to deliver. The engagement level, which was less than 1%, wherein people don't participate or people don't reply to any of the initiatives that insurance company takes, that again we were able to bring it to 22%. Again, that is one of the highest in the industry. The claim reduction, that is people who are claiming, who are active on our platform, has been also reduced by 10%. Again, this is like a massive achievement. Now, some of you might be wondering that how the claim ratio can be reduced. So there are very simple calculations, which let's say if I have to give you a very small example, like let's say someone is diabetic and his HbA1c is, let's say, 8.5. So diabetes is measured in the form of HbA1c. So let's say if we are able to reduce HbA1c by 1, let's say from 8.5, if I'm able to reduce it to 7.5, that means the probability of that person getting a heart attack is being reduced by 33%. So that's the kind of achievement we have delivered, and wherein the claim ratio has been reduced. The increase in sum assured, that's more like in cross-selling, that also has been witnessed. In terms of hospitals, wherein the patient improvement, the actual output, that has been increased from 67% to 73%. The patient adherence ratio has been increased from 56% to 87%. So these are the numbers which are actually delivered, and the magic figures. The persistency in cross-sell for them also has been increased from 30 to 81%. So apart from reducing the claim and increasing persistency, we were able to reduce the HbA1c of 8,770 patients. That's 1.8 was the average reduction. So this itself proves that our solutions are working and that they are giving the value to the ecosystem. So basically, in case of insurance company, how the flow works is that the moment policy is sold, immediately we come into the picture and we trigger a health risk assessment. Now, this health risk assessment is something wherein people need to answer some of the questions and a score gets generated. Then there is a health coaching that gets triggered. Now, this health coaching can be a digital health coaching, wherein AI-based module, which will help person to achieve their goal, set the specific goals, or it can be with the help of some coach who will speak with you, more like a digital kind of model. And then mobile app comes into the picture. So our mobile app is like feature rich with a lot of wellness benefits within it. It can track a lot of physical activity or other parameters, and it gives a lot of value add-ons. And at each and every stage, customer is earning some reward. So these are like more like an participation points. Like let's say you complete your health score, you get X reward point. Or let's say you walk for 10,000 steps, you do it for 10 days, you earn some reward points. Let's say you are walking for 10,000 steps for 250 days, you earn the reward points. And this reward point will ultimately reduce your premium. Like let's say insurance companies are giving almost up to 30% of the premium back. Let's say at the start of the policy, I had paid a premium of 20,000. Let's say take an example of a normal health insurance policy. While doing all this thing, I can reduce my premium by 30%. That is 6,000. So next year I have to pay only 14,000. Now why? Because insurance company is giving a reward to the healthy customer, and ultimately that's the win-win situation for both the parties. Now, basically, what are the solutions that we provide? So it's broadly divided into 6 segments. Segment 1, which is more like an AI-based or pure technology-based solutions. So our health score is like algo-based calculated score, like CIBIL. We have our own algo, which gives a unique score to each and every individual. We also have a health band, which can track your physical activity. We have face recognition based technology also, that using face scan, we can tell you what is your heart rate. We can tell you what is your blood pressure level, kind of thing. And we can tell you what is a stress level that currently you are having. We also connect the IoTs to the app. There are a lot of auto tracking tools, like we can track your sleep and steps without any variable. Like tracking steps or sleep with variable is very common. But again, based on your phone movement and your phone behavior, we can tell you what is your sleep hours. So this kind of some of the unique things that we do. We have the TensorFlow tools also, wherein based on the physical activity, a video is being suggested to the individual, and whether the person is performing that or not, that we track. In terms of digital tools, we have the health part, the ABDM integration, including the consent manager, wherein the data can be shared with the ecosystem. The digital health coach, wherein without any human intervention, system or app itself will suggest what are the action points that is required. The gamification within the ecosystem, the small gamification tool which helps, that includes like giving a steps-based challenge. So let's say I will give a challenge to my friend or colleague who is taking more steps, let's say for next 10 days. And within the ecosystem, giving the ranking, giving the badges to that kind of things, all that services that works. We also have the customer engagement program for motor clients, mental wellness, which is one of the very important area in current days. So that also we are catering. Then the reward program. So reward is basically very, as I said, ki healthy behavior can be rewarded. So in 2017-18, IRDA allowed to reward the healthy behavior. So that was the magic moment for us, wherein using health and wellness tools, we can reward the healthy behavior, which can actually reduce the premium for the customer based on the data points which are being collected. There are a lot of reviews that we generate. So on a daily basis, we get more than 150 reviews on all the platforms, wherein people who are benefiting from all these initiatives, they write on a public domain. So again, that is one of the achievements. Disease management, as I said, so we cater to various chronic diseases that includes diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, the obesity, all that sort of programs that we cover, and we help people to achieve and reduce their vitals. The enterprise solutions, which are more like which is more applicable to the hospitals and pharma companies, wherein post-discharge, also there are a lot of avenues and scope wherein we help patient to continue that journey and help people to patient support program, we call it in pharma segment that we do, which ultimately helps a pharma company or the doctor or hospital to engage with their patients. Then we have a marketplace, that's an ecosystem wherein people can avail the health and wellness benefits. They can also use the rewards to earn, which is very much similar to what CRED is doing. If you people are using CRED kind of model, similar thing we are trying to build within the health ecosystem. Now, to give you one small case study, how we have done. So let's say this is a example of one of the company wherein what we have done, we have divided total population into two segments. Segment one, who are WH user, WH is Watch Your Health, so who are our user, who are actively participating and taking some initiative, and section two, who are not participating and who haven't taken any action. So let's say in this case, the persistency ratio, that is year one, 2,59,000 people have bought the policy, and in second year, only 1,65,000 people have renewed the policy. That means the persistency was at 64%. Now, when we compared it to the people who are using our services, we found that out of 48,000 customers, 42,000 people have renewed the policy. That means persistency going by 87% and giving a clear-cut incremental revenue, and which gives the ROI for whatever amount that insurance companies are spending on our products. Basically, what we are doing is it's mix of the digital tools and also the human intervention tools, because specifically the Indian consumer, we have seen that it's not only that 100% digital intervention tool will work. So we call it as a phygital model, wherein apart from digital tools, there has to be a human intervention also. Like in case of disease management, a coach will speak or chat with the individual, kind of things. So how we are using technology on various things would be one. Without wearable, we do the lot of integration, because integrating wearable is one of the very common thing. But without wearable also, we can track a lot of physical activities. Like apart from steps and sleep, we track sit hours, we track stand hours. How we do that thing? Again, there is an algo based on, let's say currently I am sitting on a chair, so my mobile phone is like this. So this we count as a sit hours. The moment I stand, I will pick up my phone, and based on x-axis and y-axis, there is an algo which calculates whether I am sitting or standing, kind of thing. Then it will also calculate the active hours and give the data points, and based on that, an engagement is established. There are a lot of rewards also which are being generated, the goals which is being given, kind of things. So it gives a lot of gamification. The health TV kind of concept also we brought. The weekly insights that we give, like in this particular week, the person was able to walk for X number of kilometers, that is equivalent to X liters of fuel saved, kind of things. The gamification around that, kind of things. Then the facial recognition based on that. So we, as I said, we based on your face scan, we can tell you what is your heart rate. We can tell you what is your oxygen saturation level. We can tell you what is your blood pressure level. So again, this is, we have a collaboration with one of the Israeli company, that is Bina, and using their technology, we are providing the solutions to our customers. Then the activity tracker. So most of the time what we have seen that people see the videos or the exercise which are being suggested. So what we do is that we recommend the exercise, but it's not only recommendation, but based on that, person needs to perform that exercise. So again, using technology, we can track exactly what exercise person is performing or not, kind of thing. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, wherein what role we are playing, or we would be playing, would be more of creating an individual health IDs. Again, this is like complete digital process which ABDM has established. Then converting the data into the federated data structure. Again, that data needs to be converted. Over there, we are providing value addition. Then dedicated consent manager mechanism, because each data which would be shared with the ecosystem needs to be given and consent. So again, that is something which is being there, and sharing that data with doctors, hospital, insurance companies, pharma companies, or digitizing all the records which are there till now has been part of that. So this is going to be the big thing in coming days. Yeah, so that's all about Watch Your Health.
Thank you, Jay. You can stop sharing the screen so that people can see you.
Sure.
Okay, so thank you very much. This was a really exciting. I mean, at least for me, it was very exciting that
Thank you.
how much work is going behind the scene to help the insurance company to improve the persistency. And I'm constrained by my own background of insurance, of using only insurance. Though you have got a very list of your clientele base. तो पहला दो क्वेश्चन तो सर मैं ही पूछ लेता हूँ, ठीक है, चलेगा?
Sure, sir.
So
Sure, sir.
one thing in your list, I could associate all other clients, but how could a pharma company is your client? Because they don't deal directly with the customer, at least in Indian context, I believe. उनके पास कोई कैप्टिव कस्टमर नहीं, बाकी सबके पास था, तो वो आप उनके साथ क्या करते?
Okay, so let me give you a small example. Pharma company, doctor, and patient. These are the three parties. Now, one of the biggest problem with any doctor or a pharma company would be, so there are two set of problem. Problem statement one, if you have recently there was a study which says ki average time which is being spent by a doctor in front of patient is less than 2.5 minutes. जब आप डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो, डॉक्टर आपको 2.5 मिनट से ज्यादा टाइम नहीं देता है. Whereas patient have an expectation, मुझे तो बहुत सवाल थे, डॉक्टर ने तो कुछ देखा ही नहीं, दवाई लिख दिया. Now this is a problem statement number one. Problem statement number two, doctor gives the prescription, it asks you to complete the dose. Let's say आपको बोला कि 3 महीना आपने ये दवाई खाना है, ठीक है. What is a normal consumer tendency is that आप 15 दिन दवाई खाओगे, उसके बाद में आपको लगेगा कि ठीक हो गया, अभी it's not required. Kind of thing. So now here we can play a very important role. What we do first, the suggested flow is that pharma company is sponsoring a program which is given to a doctor ultimately to pass on this program to the patient, wherein doctor के पास time नहीं है customer का query solve करने का or giving them advices. So what we do, instead of doctor, we come into the picture, like the platform which I talked about, that is being offered to the patient. And in that platform, customer education series would be done. And apart from giving the medicine, it's not only the case if dawai khilana, but we'll also help them to understand what is the actual disease all about. Let's say if I tell you what is cholesterol or what is a lipid, so most of the people will not aware about exactly what is that. So what we do, the series starts with, as a layman, we'll try to explain it. And that apart from that, what are the lifestyle modification that is required and why the medicine dosage is required, kind of thing. So over there, we play a very important role. Now, in this particular case, again, we help people to provide a better persistency.
Second thing, again, because I'm from the life insurance background, how are you helping life insurance company? Because we can see that direct connection with the health insurance company, but life insurance, I mean, how are you helping them? Because there is only one client with you, ICICI Prudential.
Two clients, we have Kotak also.
अच्छा, कोटक, हाँ. क्या करते हैं वहाँ, कैसे काम होता है ये?
So again, this is more of a customer engagement. In life insurance, as of now, no one is giving rewards. But these are not monetary rewards, but there are non-monetary rewards. Basically, it is a engagement program. Let's say insurance company is concerned about you. Let's say when customer receives a call or when customer receives an SMS that insurance company wants to help me on overcoming or achieving, reducing my HbA1c. That is the value addition which we are giving, because persistency is a problem statement for life insurance customer also. Or even let's say, correct. So let's say even if we are able to save one life, that would itself will cover the entire cost of what insurance companies are spending on us. So that example which I gave, 1% reduction in HbA1c is equivalent to 33% reduction in probability of person getting a heart attack.
That's good. And
so we have reduced the HbA1c for 8,000 people, more than 8,000 people.
And going forward, if the data is being maintained, then maybe it can help a lot at the time of renewal, should that requirement be there, because you will have the data track record of the health data of the person. Okay, I beg my pardon because I missed introducing Jay, to be honest. I introduced his company initially, but I didn't introduce him. To the benefit of the audience, you must be feeling that he must be a very qualified doctor, but he's not a doctor. He's a qualified chartered accountant and started his career in insurance sector with ICICI Prudential. And from there, he got this love affair with the insurance sector. And now all of you can see, I need not introduce him, how deep knowledge and how much involvement he has got with the sector. Yes, Pratik sir, aapka question. Then I will take from the QA from the people.
Jay, I have two questions. Like Professor Pandey was also asking two questions. Two questions from mine. One is that, okay, fine. I accept and understand that you would have taken the necessary precautions and safety measures for the data. But you have a tie-up with N number of your partners. I mean, many locations, pharmaceutical companies are there, hospitals are there, doctors are there. I mean, how can you guarantee that this data will not be misused or this data will be safe at each and every point?
Okay, very good question. So what we do exactly is that we don't take any PII with us. All PIIs are stored with our client. Let's say if I'm working with any insurance companies, solution is deployed on their platform, on their server. Only the health data is being stored on my platform. Let's say I know, let's say Professor Pratik's weight is this much, his age is this much, but I don't know this data belongs to Professor Pratik. That is being stored in insurance company's domain. PI doesn't come to me, only health data comes to me with some unique number, like we call it as a CRM. So data is not with us. That's the beauty of our offering. And that's why multiple partners are tied up with us.
But I have taken strong offense to the fact that you mentioned about my age and my weight, very, very sensitive topics for me. And, I'm deeply hurt there. However, I'll ignore it for the discussion purposes and we'll come to the second question. The second question deals with, we have the students with us, the potential employees for organizations like you. Now, when you were showing your slides, you said that about 48,000 policies were issued, wherein you were directly involved in it. Now, if that is so, my question is very simple, that as a prospective supplier of talent to you people, what kind of remunerations can we look forward to? Because it's simply the case of law of large numbers. And I'm sure that if the insurance company is charging a premium of 20,000 rupees, your share may not be very large in it. So from that perspective, what kind of a remuneration can we expect for our students if at all they were to join you?
So in terms of remuneration, it is like, so we have across all the functions we are now recruiting. If I have to give you an example, it's not only the IT, even let's say we have two categories of people with us. One, which is a core IT, who are the actual developers and who are like backend developers, who are like mobile developers that we have. And also we have a health experts who are like dietitians, a physiotherapist, a psychologist, to whom we recruit. And now in terms of, obviously, when we have started, we cannot charge bomb to the insurance companies, and we cannot pay the hefty salaries to our employees. But now, since we have established this product and it is giving a clear cut ROI, now we are able to command that premium, and now we have started giving and opening up that ecosystem. So now no more we are paying like a startup. We are paying like a normal company or normal established company. In fact, we pay the salary which is much more higher than an industry average. It's just about the dedication and the enthusiasm that a candidate is having.
Excellent, excellent. And Professor Pandey, sir, thank you very much. My questions to Jay have been answered in toto.
Okay. So, Jay, there were questions in the question answer session. One of our students, Vivek Singh, had asked exactly the same question which Professor Pratik has asked. His concern was all about your data privacy and what kind of technology you are using to mitigate this particular risk. Would you like to add something on that? You said that you are not using the data. That data remains with the insurance company and your client.
Correct. Data remains with the insurance companies and none of the PII comes to us. And anyway, we follow all the InfoSec compliances, even though it is within insurance companies' ecosystem. Over there also, we have to comply all the InfoSec compliances.
Okay. There is a question from Mr. Rishabh Krishna. I'm reading the question itself. Apple and Google are also using data for similar purpose, wellness and fitness. Are these companies open to share data for mutual benefit? This might be reaching out to more customers in the future.
Correct. So Google and Apple, as rightly said, they are also providing this data. They use this data. So what we do, we get our platform integrated with them. For example, if let's say today you download our mobile application, and if you permit with your permission, app can track your historical data also. Like what was your steps for last 1 year, last 3 years, last 5 years, since the time you are using your Apple or Android device. In fact, they are open, they are sharing this data. And we use this data to incentivize the people.
Great.
So the other question from Mr. Utkar Singh, he's asking, my question is that why have insurance players traditionally been slow in adopting innovation or technology? Let me rephrase this question. What kind of welcome you get from the traditional insurance company? Are they open to engage with you quickly, or there's lot much groundwork has to be done?
Correct. So obviously, a lot of groundwork needs to be done. But once we give the results, then obviously it would compel them also to come on this kind of platform and take such kind of initiatives. Since we have started with private sector, but now since we have the clear-cut results, which are giving a better ROI, they will also come.
Sir, if you permit, can I just add a point to what Jay was saying? You see, what happens is that when organizations like Watch Your Health and Jay, they send the information or the data or whatever kind of information these people have, the insurance companies also must have a similar setup to receive that and process the data. Now, by and large, particularly the larger organizations, they're slightly slow to change. I mean, it's difficult to bring in changes overnight, particularly as far as technology is concerned. Of course, a lot of changes have been done, a lot of changes are being done, and I'm sure it will happen in future also. But the question was rightly put, and Jay also confirms that could be there is a probability that this entire thing will probably take some more time. But yes, this entire process is already underway.
Okay, so next question is from Mr. Jay Surya, and I'm reading the question. Sir, I went through the Watch Your Health website. So this gentleman has gone to your website. How do cross-sell the life and non-life product? How does you do customer segmentation? How technology is helping in cross-selling?
Okay. So let me answer this question. So there are two categories of product which you only highlighted. One is a life, second is a non-life. So let's say take an example of a life product. So life product, one is obviously the term plan, but another major segment is a goal-based investment plans. Let's say take an example of ULIP. So people buy the ULIP. Let's say a ULIP is a normal kid plan. So let's say I had bought a policy for my kid. Now, under current scenario, what happens is that insurance company issues the policy. Every year, there would be a renewal reminder. There would be, at the most, if it is a ULIP, then that would be some market value, which would be shown to an individual. But nowhere in the entire tenure of the policy, insurance company will speak about the kid. What we are doing or what we are proposing is in terms of life products is that we'll speak on that goal. Let's say you have a 5-year-old kid, where you can engage your 5-year-old kid. What are the health need of your 5-year-old kid? How the brain development takes place in age of, let's say, 5 to 6 year kind of thing. What are the needs of that kind of thing? Or let's say you want to save for your retirement. Then what kind of retirement planning that you have? What is your task or dream after what action you want to take? Let's say you say, okay, I want to do the world to post I get retired, for example. Then, okay, what is your dream destination? That's the question number one. You will say, okay, my dream destination is Switzerland. Then I will start, okay, do you know something on Switzerland? In Switzerland, this is the famous dish. If whenever you visit, you should have it, kind of thing. So then giving that indications and making that people engage on that. So that kind of engagement we do. And these are like, it can be for the existing set of customer, it can be for the prospective set of customer. Second category is like where is the health-based engagement tools. Like most of the people are not aware of the products like a top-up plan or a super top-up plan. So specifically when person is healthy and is at a younger age, they may or may not be requiring a basic sum assured. of the health insurance cover, but a top-up kind of plan wherein they get a high sum assured and they also get at a very cheap price. So this kind of products people are not aware. So when we analyze this data, we recommend that kind of product, which ultimately giving the value to the customer also. So someone is having, let's say, very fit regime, then we recommend, okay, why don't you buy this policy wherein you would be getting 30% of your premium back.
Yeah. Next question is from Palak Daryani. She is asking, are you confined right now only to the corporate client? That means helping people in reducing their group medical, or you are open even to the individual retail clients?
Okay, so currently we are not B2C, so we don't cater to any direct clients. It is through our partners only. So we are more like in B2B2C. So corporates, even we cater to corporates, but that not directly. That is through the insurance companies only.
So that's to my student, because this semester we do have a course on employee benefit. And employee benefit, all these things are now added to the course, because earlier we were used to teach only PF gratuity and superannuation kind of thing, personal accident, group. So wearable technology and wellness is a big. It has been added in one more module in our system, in our course. Jay, one question is coming from Rachit. What he's asking you, in one of your slides, you had talked about IRDAI approved programs, reward program. Can you throw some light what kind of parameter they have fixed? The moment we say that IRDA approved wellness program or reward program, what is it all about?
Okay, so IRDA allowed rewarding the healthy behavior. So in 2017-18, there was a circular which says ki if, let's say, using just health and wellness ecosystem, you can reward the customer, and that reward can be born in terms of predefined parameters. Now, these predefined parameters would be, let's say, either premium reduction, or it can be in the form of some health and wellness benefit. Like, for example, you can, let's say, you are walking for 10,000 steps, you earn some reward which is equivalent to 500 rupees. Now, this 500 rupee can help you to do a free blood test, or you can book a medicine from that 500 rupee kind of things. So that kind of reward program is allowed currently.
There is a question from Mr. Park. How will the app help in reduction of illegal data mining, as in other apps using data from your app assess right? I believe.
Okay. Yeah, because this data is being stored within the company's ecosystem, or let's say on their server, and there won't be any illegal data mining out of that. These are like 100% InfoSec and data compliant. It is more from all VAPT compliance are also being done or performed on that. So there is zero scope or error for data going out of the ecosystem.
Okay, so I have exhausted all the questions which were listed in the Q&A session, but I have my last question to you, sir. Now we have got so many health tech companies. Every company is talking about giving a unique health scorecard. Do you have any standardization of this scoring pattern? Because today maybe I am your customer having a certain health scorecard. Maybe tomorrow I will shift and you'll be using some other health tech platform. I mean, can these two scores be comparable? Is there any standardization?
Correct. So we are trying for that, since we have almost 12 companies who are using our health score mechanism. And like Sibyl, we are also trying to become an health score engine. In fact, we approached IRD also for that. During Sandbox, we met them and proposed what we have in our mind. But for that, it's like all insurance companies should agree to that, because every insurance company will have their own set of customers, and they may or may not agree to other people. So what is the idea that we have is like, let's say, if I am having a score of, let's say, 800 on a scale of 900, and I am switching any company, in that case, the other company should give me the benefit while buying the policy itself, kind of thing. So that is the idea, and we are working in that direction. But to answer your question, as of now, no, it will require a lot of data points. So today we have just 2.6 million user base with us, and this number should go very high. And once we have the sizable number, then I think that might become a reality.
You
Valid
also
point.
you also talked about Ayushman Bharat initiative, India Health Stack, what we are hearing right now. So what
Correct.
kind of, what kind of initiative they are taking? Are they reaching to people like you? I mean, how is the system working behind the scene? Because we have just seen the announcement and how is the work going on that front and on that front?
Okay, so that is going very aggressively. As I mentioned during my presentation also, that more than 1 crore people have already created their health IDs. So now the flow is very simple. Let's say you go to any diagnostic labs. You have completed your health checkup. You have your health ID. Let's say you go to SRL. SRL has mapped your health data with your health ID. Now, with that report, you would be visiting your doctor. Now, what doctor needs to do? So, under current scenario, you are going to take the physical copy of your report and give it to the doctor. But under Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, how it will work? It would be like an UPI. Let's say you are going to a merchant, you want to pay. On one side, there is your bank. But let's say using Google Pay or Paytm, you are paying it from your bank. On the similar line, there would be a consent manager. Now, this consent manager would be our ecosystem. It can be a pharma company app. It can be an insurance company app. Within that app, person will say, okay, going to a doctor. They will approve the request within that ecosystem and data would get exchanged. Similarly, from doctor, they might go to hospital. They might go to say, any other ecosystem partner. Tomorrow, they might go to the, let's say, insurance company, wherein they can see all the data, all the history kind of thing. So it's very aggressively going.
Of course, I believe the adoption by the individuals will be a question. I mean, will be raising the question mark because UPI money transfer was a need for everyone, but sharing the health data is definitely a big question mark.
Yeah, but if it is secured, then people will open up because most of the time, let's say if I ask you, do you have the health record of your past 10, 20 years? Would be very difficult. But let's say if some platform is giving you that easy access, why don't you should allow that platform to store that?
Insurance company will start charging more premium for those not having the health card. That could be the incentive or you can say penalty in coming days. With this, Jay, we have finished all the questions and I will request Pratik sir to just propose a formal vote of thanks to Jay and also to the audience and the participants.
Oh, great. Hey, Jay, even though we were enjoying the discussions that we were having, but ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all good things come to an end. And similarly, this talk has come to an end. Wish we had more time to engage both Jay and Anu on the topics, because one of the questions that I saw in that question list was pertaining to India Insurtech as well. And of course, that was plainly because of the fact that the students, particularly of the second year, are now going through the placement process. So right now they eat, sleep, drink, whatever it is, all about placements. Having said that,
just to interrupt once, IIA is a not-for-profits and we are looking for volunteers. And unfortunately, we don't have paid placement at the moment, but we do have, but we are looking for volunteers.
But so, I can add you, Anu, here. You can cross-check with Nimisha. More than 10 to 12 of our alumni have volunteered for the job.
Yes.
Including one current student.
Yes. Thank you, Professor Pandey. Yes, we have a lot of support from BIMTech, and which is why we continue with this sponsorship talks, leadership talk series.
Both Jay and Anu, we have an incubation center at BIMTech as well, where we sort of guide people to get into the entrepreneurial mode. So from that perspective, yes, the association that we have with you is very, very valuable. Having said that, Jay, one of the important aspects that you brought to the fore was the fact that now gradually and slowly technology has entered the core factors of our life, primarily the health issues. That is one of the issues on which most of our students and most of our people around, whoever are right now listening and viewing you, they would agree that this was something which was unbelievable 5 or 7 years back. Thanks to technology and particularly India Insurtech taking a lead and ensuring that everyone is on the same platform. And people like you, of course, having the entrepreneurial mind, even though you started off your career with life insurance. But I think the important thing is that you have arrived. So from that perspective, a big thank you to both of you, particularly Jay, Anu, that you were able to devote some time for our students. I'm sure our students would be having n number of questions because Pandey sir was hard pressed to ask the questions, and I think I saw there were 17 or 18 questions, and he was able to ask only 8 or 9 of them. But that's how life is. Many a times you miss out on certain things. But at the end of the day, what matters is that all of us were able to interact, all of us were able to ask and get answers to our questions. So thank you, Jay. Thank you, Anu, and thank you, Pandey sir.
Thank you. It was my
Thank you,
pleasure.
everybody.